another episode here at the Guardcast IRL. Woo! This is episode number 86. And we're going to be discussing season 19. Season of the Seraph. Now, before we really get into it tonight, do me a quick favor and go ahead and you can hit that like button, and you can also subscribe to the channel. Stay up to date, follow, do all that kind of cool stuff. And yeah, let's get this party hopping. So, first of all, allow me to introduce myself. If this is your first time here, my name is Armalite, and I am your humble hunter main, host, whatever you want to call him, daddy. I'm just kidding. So, okay, so today we're going to be talking about this whole season. And of course, there's going to be this discussion of the repetitiveness and what I am seeing, especially surrounding Destiny, as in regards of the community itself. Okay, so that is the plan for this evening. Now, if this is your first time here, I also like to have an opportunity. I like to show off my stuff. Let's see if we can get this up here. Ooh. Just take that out, take this, boom. Ha ha ha, there we go. Well, we're actually here in my clan stuff. But anyways, I do have a Discord. I know everybody got a Discord these days, but I do have one. And this is how I typically will be doing like my call-ins and stuff like that, which is 100% free. And just know I've been doing it, been trying to do it for a long time now. So people need to stop stealing my shit. So anyways, to be honest, I really don't care. But this is how I do the show. And I'm thinking, I guess to kind of show it off, I guess I'll start a stage. I usually try to do an event to kind of let everybody know that, you know, they can come in, hang out, chill, all that kind of good stuff. So I'm gonna go ahead and start the stage, and let's go ahead and give it a name. Ooh. All right, what are we looking at? We'll just Seraph PH Tau. There we go. So basically, this is what it looks like. If you join my Discord, you can actually participate. You can actually just listen in if you like. You just hop in here and all that good stuff. And also you can even be a part of the show. So yeah. So anyways, we're going to go ahead and do a little discussion about Season of the Seraph, which dropped this past reset. Which nice. I see. Oh, I see. You just going to come in and dip. I get you. Everybody saw that, just so you know. So, anyways, I'm going to try to keep an eye on all of that. I'd really like to be able to let's see. Okay, so as you know, we had the next season drop in Destiny 2. right? So here are my thoughts, and I'm actually I'm kind of digging the new event, or the activity where it used to be, where it was like, you know, the 6-man, and it seemed to be going in that direction just about every season, it seemed. But I think the 3-man teams seem pretty good. It's like almost like Wrathborn hunts with a mixture of Seraph towers, I guess, but you didn't have like these killer towers that are trying to beam you to death. So I think that's a different mechanic and pretty interesting. Hopefully, like, I think there's only like 2 maps so far, but as we've seen in previous seasons, they always tend to add more, you know, later on down the line. So we should be able to see other locations that we can actually go to, and it seems like it's going to be either on the moon or on Europa. Who knows? It could be all over the damn place. Who knows? And the story is starting out pretty interesting. You know, we're basically rebuilding Rasputin, or trying to get him set up in an exosuit, which is going to be hella interesting as well. So that being said, the activity is pretty awesome. I like the feel of where it's like a 3-man matchmaking, and I kind of like that better than the 6-man fire team one. I feel like you can just kind of blow right through the 6-man real easy compared to like the one that we got going on now. It actually produces somewhat of a challenge, right? So, and then we also have the old school Akalos weapons. I see a lot of people, they be like bitching and whining, oh my god, they're bringing back these weapons. It's like, bro, you got like a whole slew, you got like another set of weapons that you can actually go for and craft. Like, it's not just those. And the way I see it when it comes to this kind of thing, I feel like that the weaponry that are coming back, kind of more updated versions of them, I actually enjoy that, because I know for those who haven't been playing the game either in a really long ass time, or they're actually brand new. Hell, I just had somebody join my clan that is brand spanking new. He's never even played Destiny. He never even played D1. So, and he's actually enjoying himself, which is, you know, I can't say that for everybody. So anyways, so all these weapons that he's able to obtain now, you know, that we've had previously before the whole sunsetting thing, you know, he actually has an opportunity, but I don't know if it's really just, it's different feel, because before it was like, before sunsetting, I mean, I know you could get the Ikelos hand cannon through one of the dungeons, right? I can't remember what dungeon that one's called. I don't particularly care for that dungeon. But that being said, he's going to be able to, be able to actually try out those weapons. And right now I'm kind of working more towards like the hand cannon itself. It kind of sucks because like right now I'm trying to get a build, and that's the most frustrating thing right now, is trying to find a build. But it's like I got the idea of how to work it, but it's gonna be later, like way later. I'm gonna have to grind like a motherfucker. just to be able to do my thing, right? Because I gotta level up the artifact so far. So, but I mean, it is what it is. But hopefully by the time, because I'm kind of looking at a grenade launcher, but I'm also like, because it seems like unstoppable is going to be the main threat instead of overload. And that's kind of, it's like, God, it's like, I don't want to run with these weapons. I want to be able to put a build together that I'm pretty familiar with, but I don't have to divert so much, right? So anyways, kind of my thoughts on that. And then, but at the same time, you know, we got, you got your Destiny drama, you know, people got to stir shit up. People talk, oh, you know, the whole repeat thing, you know, basically that it's all like, it's just copy and paste, doing it over and over and over again, which is true. But I mean, from what we've had before, seems to me to be pretty streamlined. I mean, literally before, you didn't have a direct path to be able to gain certain weapons, which I may add, the same people that are talking about, oh, I'm bored, I'm so sick of the same thing over and over again, are the same exact people that were bitching and whining because they didn't have like this direct line to be able to get the specific weapon. And Bungie kind of leaned into that, right? But now it's all, now I'm just too bored. And I'm just so sick of seeing the exact same thing over and over again. It's just reskinned. It's like, okay, but this is what you wanted, right? You know, if you think back before they started doing all this shit, right? So, let's see, I did have something saved here. And I think I think it will actually kind of make sense, and I'll show it here. It was a tweet that Blackburn put out earlier. So let me I think I'm gonna go with, and is that gonna show it? Yep, there we go. Okay. So Joe Blackburn put it out, a tweet, and kind of going through it. And I figured we could kind of go through it just a little bit. So he goes, I just wanted to step in and say, heard loud and clear on the feedback with our current seasonal backbones. The team is excited to put some more creative risk in seasonal progressions, but there will be some time before the feedback catches up with the dev cycle. Preview. So, and he does kind of go through more and more, but I think people don't understand when it comes to gaming development, and I am no expert. Trust me, I am no expert, and I have no experience within the gaming world, but I think I kind of have the gist of what to expect. So you can give your feedback, but you got to think, how far into Destiny is Bungie at right now? Like, are they like, I'm sure they're beyond Lightfall at this point. Hell, they could be already working on the second season of Destiny, of after Lightfall. You know, they're actually working on that. They already got the first season all worked up, because that's got to come out when Lightfall comes, and that's only in a few more months, right? So you got to think of like how far into the future they are, when it, well, not really future, but you get what I mean. So, and I just don't think that people want it tomorrow, but you're not going to get it tomorrow. Like, they can make simple adjustments when it comes to like mechanics, and they can make small adjustments to be able to fix certain weapons. You know, they could do that on a dime. But when it comes to like, you're like, I'm so sick of this same road that we're on, but you want them to build an entire another road, that's going to take some time, right? So, but he does continue. Coming up next is Lightfall in season 20, while Guardian ranks and Neomuna destination pursuits are going to shake things up. On the seasonal pursuit side, our major focus is reducing complexity and improving the synergy between your seasonal pursuits and the rest of the game. So then he goes on with season 21 is at the halfway mark of development, and the team is currently looking at ways to differentiate progression aside from having a more novel activity set up in the works. Finally, as the last bugs on season 20 and Lightfall are wrapping up, we're hardening our 2023 plans and are working to make improvements in this space every season next year. There's still novelty, thematic variety, and new ways to progress your character coming to Destiny over the next several months. But while we work to use this feedback in our future releases, I wanted to make sure everyone knows that your words are not falling on deaf ears. And like I said, that this is a response basically because everybody keeps saying it, especially on Twitter, complaining that, oh well, I'm so sick of this, I'm so sick of that, you know, we need some change. And people making YouTube videos after YouTube videos, having live streams about it. It's like, bro, like, if you like, people act like that they're video game experts half the time, and they act like, oh well, I know better than what Bungie does, you know. And a lot of the times it's more of just complaining about the situation. It's not like you're not actually giving any feedback. I mean, you kind of are, but you're kind of just complaining. That's really all it is. It's like, oh, I'm sick of this. We need something new. Well, what does new look like? I mean, to be honest, like, what does new look like to you? If that is your question, or if that's what you demand, what does that look like to you? A lot of people don't want to actually go down that road. Like, they just say, oh, I'm not creative enough to actually come up with that kind of those ideas. I just want to be able to let everybody know of how bored I am. And I feel like it's really heavily towards more on certain content creators that, and I really don't want this to be another content creator bashing session, okay, with this, with streamers and content creators. You know, for me, the way I see it, it's like, hey, if the old guard of the content creators feel the need that they need to go, they need to, you know, move on to something else that's better. But that, it's like, I kind of see what it looks like. It's like they want to move on to other games to cover and talk about, or even showcase and all that good stuff, but they don't want to lose their spot within Destiny. They still want to be there, which, granted, I would probably be the same way, right? Especially if I got to that certain point. But I feel like if they got the chance to be able to go, you know, to another game, but keep their foot back here, still in Destiny, and it's like, I'm all for it. It's like, hey, if you feel the need that you need to go do that, go for it. Actually, it would be nice to be able to have some breathing room to let some people that actually do the same thing, cover the game and whatnot, you know, they could rise up for the occasion, right? But like I said, it's more of, I just want to keep my foot in this spot, but I want to be able to go over here and be able to cover this game. And it's like, go for it, dude. To be honest, go for it. But yes, and of course, when you got the entire community that, you know, if it leads, it bleeds, right? If it leads, it bleeds, or bleeds, it leads. However the fuck you want to say it. you know, people tend to just, you know, the dogpiling, and like people think that they're giving constructive criticisms, but I don't think that, not everybody is really giving constructive criticisms. I think it's just more of, hey, I don't like this, we need to change. Well, what does change look like in Destiny to you? Of course, when the rake, oh my god, when rake comes in, oh my god, it's going to get flooded with all kinds of problems, and you're going to get all kinds of people that bitching and whining about it. So, but yeah, I figure this part, he wanted to make a response, and I figure we kind of go through some of the feedback, quote unquote feedback, a little bit. So this individual says, not trying to be that guy, but this feels like the same conversation year after year. Actions speak louder than words. I'm all aboard trying new things, but it just doesn't make sense that the game is still trying to meet the same quarterly released deadlines that Activision set into place. Nothing has really changed as far as seasonal models since then, and Destiny has always thrived on innovation and experimentation. A lot deeper analysis on player physiology into burnout and / enjoyment that could be discussed. Yeah, I mean, tell you the truth, I mean, yeah, I mean, it's kind of been somewhat the same, but like I was saying, like I actually enjoy the fact that we have like the seasonal model that continues on like this story. A lot of people just don't like this drip content, and I think I don't know if it's because, oh well, they don't like it because people tend to just want to play the game, get whatever it is that they want, and then move on. They want to go do other things. You know, they don't want to actually invest their time into the game. And to be honest, like if you're seeing, like, I know people are bringing up the numbers again on activity on Steam. A lot of people are, you know, the numbers are a little lower. So what does that tell me? Well, that tells me that the more active players are still sticking around, and most of the other people are off doing other things, you know. Now we also got to see, like, okay, how can we compare it from last season after, what would it have been? Yeah, it would have been after Beyond Light. Yeah, so after Beyond Light, if you kind of scale that to like the last and final season, and this is only a few days in, you know, we can actually see the numbers go up again. Who knows? And we still got the Dawning coming, so we got that, and whatever else, you know, the dungeons, you know, whatever else new activities are going to be coming up, there's going to be those things that are coming, and those numbers could actually see it rise a little bit. But is it the same thing that they could do? Yeah, you know what, it could be. It could actually be that this whole copy and paste method that Bungie has formulated is kind of drawn towards the burnout. But I don't think people understand is, like, they complain about it this past couple seasons and they expected change by the time we got to this season. It's like this season was already made up by then. It like by the time the people were like complaining that, oh well, this season just feels so copy and paste, and it doesn't feel innovative and all this other good stuff. But the final season was already made. It was already set in place. And like I said, Bungie is like in the future somewhere doing their Lightfall stuff. I don't even know if they're still in Lightfall, getting that all sorted. I mean, we're going to see all kinds of fucking changes coming this next season, or this next DLC. So I'm pretty excited for that. I think a lot of people are just kind of holding out to them. So I think once you see Lightfall drop, and if we're not seeing like that big spike of players again, back up to what it was or anything like that, then yeah, maybe Bungie needs to look into that a little bit. But I'm just going to say a big but. I think I could be pretty confident that people are actually going to be coming back. You know, people they just don't feel the need that they need to play the seasons anymore. Let's see what else we got here. Appreciate the communication and the work you guys do. My own question is, why did comp receive no cosmetic on launch, yet this season got 7 full armor sets alone between the two seasonal Dungeon, Dawning, Iron Banner, AC collab, and that's the Assassin's Creed collab, and Arc 3.0 armor. If grinding comp is too easy, people will complain that they get easy rewards, and they don't mean anything. If it's too hard, they're gonna dial it back in the future, and people that got it before the changes are going to complain. That's what I've been saying. You can't make everybody happy here. You know, that's the hard part. I'm trying to find like this middle ground of understanding and be like, yeah, I get it. I can see where you're coming from, but I really do think that it's more of, if Destiny is like your means of living, and you're just tired of this copy and paste stuff, sure, like I could see that. Like if that's all you got to talk about, or that's all you got to play to be able to entertain your audience, I get that. And plus at the same time, I'm a nobody, so I don't want to seem like I know better. So I'm trying to look at this at a different perspective. Yeah, we're not going to go over the Eververse stuff. So the communication is okay. Let's see. Honestly, stop listening to everyone whining. The game was at its greatest when the grind was real. Seems every time something is too hard, everybody wants a participation medal. Make GMs tough again. Make some high grind rewards for the hardcore players. Then there was no, the grind is fun once, not 4 times / year. I've played GM Nightfalls when I've played a lot, but haven't been able to play GMs for 6 months because I'm not max power. They should be hard because of content, not because I played more or less during the season. Lock power levels for everyone. I mean, yeah, but you see people that keep saying that. They keep saying, you know, it should be hard because of content. Well, what does that mean? Like harder AI? Like make the AI harder? But I don't understand. And if they do that for Nightfalls, should they do that also for raids? I mean, can you tell me why someone who bought the DLC has to pay for all the passes at full price, and they don't give you back even half of what it costs like in other games. I'm a casual player and I find it incredible how I pay for the Witch Queen day one, so that later I was almost forced to buy the season pass because otherwise I would run out of content to play. They have to give a discount for the battle pass to those who have purchased the DLC. It's $10. I mean, come on, it's $10, bro. Like, for real? Oh my god. Oh, it's $10 fucking dollars. That I appreciate the honesty, but I can't help to feel that this feedback isn't new. You can do balance passes and QOL alongside the seasonal model. I don't want one or the other. As a PvP main, I want balance, aspect fragments, and maps. Hell, I'd pay for maps. Anyone remember map packs? Yeah, but if they just so you know, if Bungie started doing map packs, just think about how bad people bitch and whine about the Eververse. But if they started doing map packs, oh my god, Jesus Christ, everybody would be complaining about that. Because then you're going to have people that say no, because what if like you're playing with your buddies? We've seen this back in like Call of Duty, right? And especially in Black Ops 2 is where I first seen it, because that was one of my favorite Call of Duties. I spent, you know, some money in. I actually, you know, paid for some of the maps and all that good stuff. But like, if you're running with your buddies or people in your clan and you have one or two people that didn't buy those map packs, and they can't join you, or you'll never get a chance to actually enter into that map. You know, I don't know. No, don't give Bungie the idea that they can sell map packs, because then you're going to start an uprising. So no, stop. That's not okay. Bungie is the company that brought us Halo, Destiny, and Destiny 2. The innovation the studio demolished or demonstrated in the past is unmatched. We're craving that innovation. Bring it to us. Nobody left at Bungie worked on Halo. Yeah, like nobody. I don't think anybody that's at Bungie currently has ever worked on Halo, or ever even touched Halo. Is this a joke? Are you going to let players in PvE be powerful again with anime moments without insisting on making things Souls level hard like the top 1%? Some of us want to just play and curb stomp PvE and PCs. Raids / DMs, etc. are different, of course. Well, if you just want to just pub stomp, just go to the planetary like drop zones, or lost sectors. Just go to the damn lost sectors, or play Vanguard. You know, just do the strikes. Shit, you can pub stomp all you want. Is this a joke? This is the easiest first-person shooter game on the market, including raids and GMs. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's a lot of other games out there that are just nightmares. I mean, could you imagine raids in Dark Souls? Oh my god. If they ever got the idea, let's do raids in Darkfall or Dark Souls or Elden Ring, I'd say. But they don't have Elden Ring like where you can have that many people. I guess they could if they really wanted to. Maybe like a completely separate thing. Let's see. First of all, thank you. The communication aspect is huge, and it excuse me, makes a great deal for a lot of us with genuine concerns to feel hard for the first time in a bit, since I'm sure you're aware that communication has been one of the strains expressed by the community lately. Well, obviously, because that's the reason why Joe Blackburn decided to go ahead and make a statement. The seasonal model is driving away players. We don't want a drip of content. Give us the major expansion a year with some updates, secret quests, dungeons later on. We want replayability, rewards. We want things to discover as we play. The sense of adventure is gone. Clearly you didn't play during the Taken King. We got exactly this, and there was a massive content drought for months. Yes. Obviously, like I remember the days when even when I first started playing Destiny 2 and actually started, you know, building up the courage to go ahead and talk to new people and joining a clan. I can remember, you know, I would get through things, you know, I would be able to find the weapons and all that kind of stuff, do the raids and all that, but really, like, I don't know, it was kind of weird. I didn't really spend, like, I mean, I had plenty to do at first, and then, you know, I just played Destiny just because I love it. You know, I just played the game, you know, do my weekly things and, you know, get ready for the next reset. I was kind of just mainly playing to you know, get my level up, and once I got to that certain point, and then okay, well, I'm playing either PvP, playing a shit ton of Gambit. Then they started dropping the seasons on us, and that's fucking epic. You know, people, I don't get that. Why is it that people feel the need that they want content drought? Like, they just want to be able to give it to us all at once, and then they can take off and go do, you know, that's it. It's like, no, you don't want that. Trust me. It's almost like people wanting just guns only, which I think Bungie should go ahead and do it. Put it in the labs. See if people actually play it. When you only have guns onlys, like no supers, no abilities, just weapons. That is it. Very much appreciate your transparency. Bear in mind that a lot of us never felt that the seasonal model was bad. We just began to feel a sense of redundancy and predictability. Some of the most memorable parts of Destiny 2 have always been spicing things up and secret missions. I think people just really leaning into, like, we need secret missions. Well, they're not really doing secret missions anymore because we kind of have what we got right now. We got the dungeons now that we're going to be having all the time, and we're having the whole content of the seasons, you know. And people just, it's just never enough. I feel like for a lot of people that are within this community, it's just never enough. And they use those examples to justify the reasons why the numbers are low, which they have no idea why. I mean, I will speculate, well, probably because the new Modern Warfare 2 came out here recently. What was that? Like maybe a month ago now? A month or two? So that came out. Then you got Warzone 2. That came out. And then you have God of War Ragnarok. And you have all these other games that are coming out. And people are playing those. And they're probably thinking, well, I'm not really feeling the whole thing. Maybe I'm not going to start on day one, so I'm just going to wait. You know, you don't know. You really don't know. You can only speculate. But the fact that, like, that you would have a point if you took everything else out of the context, where like other games that are dropping and people are actually trying to pursue those. Now when it comes to like PvP, you know, people that are heavy PvP players, you know, yeah, they're gravitating towards COD again, you know, or Modern Warfare I should say, you know. But a lot of people are just moving over to that to get their PvP fix. But hey, Season of the Splicer will always be my favorite season unless something can top notch it. I did not enjoy Season of the Splicer. It was alright, but it wasn't all that great. Jesus Christ, why do people keep saying that? Please, if possible, make sure to have this wrote down in a TWAB as well. It's important for everyone to have a chance to read from the dev team on the state of Destiny. It's always a relief to know that the team loves Destiny just as we do, and exciting to see planned upcoming changes. Indeed, can expect game players to know and follow the game makers on some Bird app just to get current news. Some goes for CMs and Reddit stuff. I mean, do they really need to go that far? Like, I don't understand why people think that they are owed that. Like, okay, well, everybody that is bitching is on Twitter, and they replied on Twitter, so they don't really need to have it in a TWAB. I don't think. I could be wrong. And like I said, like I've said before, anything that spews out of my goddamn mouth doesn't mean that like I speak for anybody. I speak for myself. So let that be known. Okay, let me see here. All right. Okay, I think that's enough drama for me today. So I'm gonna go ahead and switch over to this, and then yeah, because I spent like 45 minutes just bitching and whining about it. Okay. Okay, and I'm gonna go ahead and pull this up. Actually, let me come over here. I can have a chance to actually show this off one more time. I'm actually just going to go ahead and cancel out of this for now. Okay. Okay, so yeah, that's basically what it is. You have the Discord here that is open to anybody. You can join at any time, especially if you're watching this in like the past broadcast and you're getting this far into the show. I know it wasn't a whole lot of discussions to talk about. I think the next step that I need to do is I need to start having guests on. I think me by myself, you know, I think I got the hang of it, but I think I need to start having some guests on. So I might need to try to search for some folks. Actually, I got one person that I might actually try to hop in at some point. I might try to see if I can convince them. But yeah, I think that's what I want to try to work on this next time. So yeah, the Discord's here. The link is in the description. So, but I'm going to go ahead and close that out. Don't need it. Excuse me, jeez. Okay, so there's that. You know, I figure the season the Seraph is pretty good. I'm enjoying it. You know, got some grinds again, and I just love having grinds. I love having something to do, and it's a lot of fun. And at the same time, I'm trying to build up my clan as well, so I can have some freaking friends that I could play with. So, but anyways, I think that's going to be good for the night. It's a little bit slightly shorter stream tonight, but I think in the future I'm going to kind of, you know, hold back on really, you know, doing too much bitching and whining, I guess, about the community itself, because I feel like people don't know what the fuck they want. And I think a lot of people know that. It's like you're going to have like this few that will come in and bitch and whine, and they don't get what they want, and they're not the majority. They're I guarantee you they are not. So anyways, I'm going to go ahead and get the hell out of here, and I will most likely have a show tomorrow night. If not, I might just do a stream. I don't know, just stream the game just to grind, and you all can join me in on that. But I don't know, I haven't really decided, unless that there's a new topic that I'll actually want to talk about. I know the Dawning starts, I believe, next week, so we'll definitely be discussing it. Hopefully they bring back the snowball stuff. That was fun, especially in Dares of Eternity. And you get the bonus round and you just throw snowballs for days. It was nice. It was a lot of fun. But hopefully they bring that back, and they can have it like just scattered all over the place. Bungie, that was a good idea. I loved it, and I'm pretty sure a lot of other people did too. So anyways, if you make it this far into the stream, I 100% appreciate you. I don't know how many people actually make it this far. So, but yeah, you can feel free to leave me a comment, and if you're new, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Currently we are at 66. Oh, it's a slow creep, but my goal is to get to 100, and hopefully I could do that this season. And I think if the more the streams that I can have, maybe I'll start kind of breaking some stuff up. Maybe I'll find like an article or something. Maybe I could kind of get another insight on what people are talking about outside. But anyways, I'm going to get the hell out of here. I hope y'all enjoy the rest of your evening, and yeah, until I meet you Guardians again, y'all keep it classy out there.